Hello mga Mimasor! Welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about all of the books na nabasa ko nung month of October. Kahit na November 28 na nung final ko tong video na to, magde-December na. Sobrang late naman po talaga. Ano ho? Isa rin sa naisip ko kung bakit hindi ko na-prioritize yung paggawa ko ng wrap-up for the month of October is because all of these books are somehow nagawan ko na ng video dito sa BookTube or sa BookTok ko. Alam nyo na yung feelings ko about them, but let's still talk about them. Kung recap, nakapagbasa ko ng 6 na libro for the month of October, and let's start with Maybe You Should Talk to Someone by Lori Gottlieb. Sa wakas, tapos ko na nitong libro na to. Ilang beses ko tong nilagay sa TBR ko, mga Mimasor, and finally, October, natapos ko na siya. We're going to follow Lori, who is a therapist, and also how she deals with her 4 clients while seeking therapy herself dahil nag-break sila ng kanyang jowers. I feel like a lot of people can relate to this book because itong 4 na clients si Lori, meron silang mga iba't ibang problema. One, a TV producer na may anger management issues. Feeling niya lahat na nasa paligid niya bobo except for him. Another one is this old lady na sabi niya kapag na-reach na yung certain age at wala pa siyang nababago sa buhay niya, magpapakamatay po siya. Opo. Another one is a woman na mayroong cancer at meron ng taning ang buhay. The fourth one is hindi ko matandaan pero alam ko girly siya, ganon. Aside from those 4 problems, you also have Lori's problem, which is all about her relationship, her health, and something like that. Ito, non-fiction to mga Mimasor, pero pinaiyak ako nito dahil nga kuha niya talaga yung soul ng mga clients ni Lori. You can also relate to them, you can feel for them, you can feel their struggles, you will feel empathy kung ano man yung mga pinagdadaanan at nararamdaman nila. Isa sa nakuha ko dito sa libro na to is tayo talaga, no? Tayo mga tao, we are being molded by our past, by our experiences in our childhood, on how our parents deal with us. Lahat, halos ng clients ni Lori, mga pinagdadaanan nila ay connected sa kung ano may mga experience at nangyari sa kanila in the past at kung paano sila tinrato ng mga parents nila. I can relate to that based on my personal experiences and something like that. Gusto ko rin dito yung talk about death because as you all know, I have this fear of death, pero while reading this book, medyo naliwanagan ng aking utak na lahat tayo papunta naman talaga sa death. What we just need to do is to spend our life to the fullest. And sabi nga dito, the knowledge of death should not make us feel anxious. Instead, it should make us spend our lives more focused on the happiness. I feel like nasa-therapy ako while I am reading this book. Bet na bet ko to because it destigmatizes therapy. Lalo na tayo, nakatira tayo sa Pilipinas, mga Mimasor. Ang mga paniniwala ng mga tao dito sa Pilipinas kapag ikaw yung kapag-therapy, baliw ka, ganon. Pero if you read this book, you will understand na therapy is not just for those na merong mga pinagdadaanan mentally, but also for those who are feeling lost. Therapy is for everyone. Kahit na wala kang pinagdadaanan, kahit na gusto mo lang may makausap about mundane things, you will realize how therapy can really help you. I appreciate all of the lessons na nakuha ko dito and all of the realizations. So, 5 stars. I'm happy na nabasa ko na to. Okay, next na nabasa ko is Dekada 70 by Luwalhati Bautista. We're going to follow the life of our main character, Amanda Bartolome, who is a wife and a mother of 5 boys. So, I set sa panahon ng martial law, they are an upper middle class. So, makakita tayo ng point of view from an upper middle class family in that time. Ang gusto ko dito, yung mga lessons and yung mga kaganapan about martial law is not that in your face. And nasabi ko rin na ito talagang libro na to, Dekada 70, ang main focus niya is Amanda Bartolome. The realizations of being a woman, of being a wife, kung paano niyo ba pinagdaanan yung mga yon in this story and in this time. Sa mga panahon na ang misogyny ay nasa loob ng bahay po nila. Masaya lang ko na pin-follow ko yung story niya at kung paano niya na-discover yung worth niya at kung ano ba yung deserve niya as a woman, as a wife, as a mother. Ang dami yung pinagdaanan dito sa libro na to, lalo na yung 5 niyang anak ay nai-involve to this movement against the government. Pinakita dito kung paano niya dinidil yun, kung paano sila na-educate ng sarili nilang mga anak from these beliefs na talagang, oh my God, the government is good, amazing. Then nung nakita nila kung ano yung mga pinagdadaanan at pinaglalaban ng kanilang mga anak, the way that their mindset was changed and developed, ang ganda niya pong i-follow. Kumbaga nga naman, Amanda Bartolome is a strong woman and I love her. Yun lang masasabi ko. I gave this book 5 stars. And then next naman, The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. Thank you so much, Books From Us, dahil sa inyo nagkaroon ako ng physical copy nitong libro na to. Freida McFadden is very famous pagdating sa mga mystery thriller book. And sobrang talaga akong intriga sa kanya, mga Mimasor, dahil ang daming praises sa book talk about her books. As a mystery thriller lover, gusto ko na magbasa rin ako ng Freida McFadden. And this is the first ever Freida McFadden book na nabasa ko, The Housemaid. Ito rin yung pinakasikat niya, actually. We're going to follow in here our main character, si Millie. She is desperate na magkaroon ng trabaho dahil siya ay nakatira lang sa kotse niya. So, kahit na may red flag, kahit na medyo sketchy sketchy yung pagtanggap sa kanya ni Nina sa bahay nila as a housemaid. Tinanggap niya pa rin because she is desperate for a good bed. Gusto niyang mainat ang kanyang paa dahil hindi niya mainat ang kanyang paa habang natutulog sa kotse niya. Ganon. She will discover something about this family. Freida McFadden's writing style, feeling ko infused ng crack. Because sobrang addicting talaga nung kanyang mga stories. Talaga mapapa-flip ka ng mga pages, mga mimasort, para marating mo yung dulo. Ito yung type of book na habang binabasa ko, hindi ko namamalayan. 50% na pala ako because I'm just enjoying the ride of it all. I'm entertained. I enjoy The Housemaid. Pero it's not something na ipagsisigawan ko sa mga nanonood sa akin na, oh my God, I love The Housemaid! I love this! This is perfect! Hindi yung ganong kind of love. Pero I will recommend The Housemaid para sa mga beginner sa mystery thriller. Kung gusto mong mag-dip ng toes sa mystery thriller genre because it's just easy to understand, it's easy to digest, and it's easy to dive right through it. And bilang ako, nag-rate ako about the enjoyability of the book, I gave this book 4.5 stars. Next one na nabasa ko, another Freida McFadden, is The Inmate. We're going to follow in here Brooke Sullivan na papasok as a nurse dito sa isang high security prison. At merong tatlong rules dito sa prison na to. First is to treat all prisoners with respect. 2, never reveal any personal information. And number 3, never ever become too friendly with the inmates. Pero hindi alam ng mga nag-hire sa kanya sa prison na to. Isa sa mga nakakulong dito ay ang kanyang ex-boyfriend. At ang dahilan kung ba't nakulong doon ang kanyang ex-boyfriend is because of her. Na-enjoy ko rin to. Pero medyo nabagalan lang ko dito sa umpisa, mga mimasor. Pero nung ako naman talaga ay ginrab na nitong libro na to sa leeg, hindi na nito ako binitawan hanggang sa ending ng libro. Talagang tuloy-tuloy na ang pagbabasa ko at hindi na ako nakaisipang matulog dahil talagang gusto ko siyang tapusin. Opo. It is giving me 90s horror slasher teen movie kind of vibe. Itong libro na to, meron tong red herring, sinasampal-sampal, nilalamutak na sa mukha ko ni Freida McFadden na ito ang killer. Pero alam ko na hindi because umpisa pa lang, obvious na, hindi naman ganoon tumatakbo ang mystery thriller. That's not the rule. Pero as I am reading it, medyo nako-convince din ako na, oh my God, baka nga siya talaga ang killer man. Uy, na-enjoy ko yun because kahit na alam ko na, oh, hindi ka ang killer, nako-convince ako ni Freida na, uy, siya talaga. Na-enjoy ko yung ganong vibe. The ending of this book, it gives me major Scream movie vibe. I gave this book 4.5 stars as well. After reading two Freida McFadden book, what I can say is, uulit at uulit pa rin ako, magbabasa pa rin ako ng Freida McFadden if I want to entertain myself. Kasi ang fast reads lang ng mga libro ni Mima Sor. This one is featured sa aking reading vlog. It's a threesome with Freida McFadden. Ito naman, dalawang libro na to ay featured sa isa ko pang reading vlog. Yes. Okay, punta na tayo sa mga nabasa ko sa Kindle. Grabe ka naman, as a Kindle girly ka na! Ano ba yung mga nabasa ko sa Kindle? Kindle Jenner. Ay, ang corny. First na nabasa ko sa aking Kindle Jenner, People from My Neighborhood by Hiromi Kawakami. Kaya ako to binasa dahil short nga lang to. Nakita to ni Jewel na recommended sa internet. So sabi ko, okay, basahin ko nga siya kasi nga medyo nasa yamete ko na sa era ko noon. So, this is a very short story. We're going to follow the people from the author's neighborhood. May magical realism to dahil may mga character dito na nagiging ibon. It's kind of weird. Inisip ko, may message ba na pinaparating yung weirdness na yun? Or talagang it's just weird because it's weird? Parang 3 stars lang ako dito dahil hindi ko siya gets talaga. And the last book that we're going to discuss is The Miracles of the Namiya General Store. This is by Keigo Higashino. Si Keigo pala, mga Mimi Searles, ay author ng mga mystery thrillers talaga o mga crime thrillers ganyan. Tapos ito yata yung first niya na hindi mystery thriller. Hindi ako sure. Ito talaga ang nag-open ng door sa akin sa Japanese literature. Feel good. Alam niyo, ang feel good lang niya. There are 5 chapters in this book and I know that every chapter is a different problem from different people. Yung 4 na chapters, they are well tied together sa ending. Talagang nga namang napag-connect ni Keigo Higashino itong mga storyang ito sa ending. Ang galing lang talaga. This is really good. Favorite ko to actually. Dagdag siya sa favorite ko. Ito na po ang 6 na librong nabasa ko for the month of October. November is coming. Baka next week mag-upload na rin ako because I have a lot of good books na nabasa nung month of November. Medyo marami-rami din ang nabasa ko nung month of November. So I'm excited to discuss all of those books with you all. Pero I am really happy with all of these because itong mga libro na to matagal ko nang gustong basahin. Ayun lang ang ating wrap up. That's it for our video, mga mi. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give this a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more bookish content like this. And thank you so much for staying. Thank you for clicking this video. Thank you for watching. Ingat kayo lagi. Love you. Bye!
So you, when I should be